Bere diko gërëm bu baax baax ci teewaayam mbaɗigol aka munte ko honorable futaren sañ mbafula bismillah ate letta bakele woto
baraka bake mbe mol be konton na momo mi yalon ko abe na moy kan ben mbalo be konton na mballa do ko ñol be konton na
okay barka bake honorable so mbafula barka bake ngeen so dañam programme to ngadum ka jakono wala ila lo mi yalon ko lafta lola ka president ya ñini banko kan dol no report dol so mi yalon ko honorable Bakary a fonyota la ko sanya manta lola ko tay after ye senendi fo wala ketama
astaghfirullah hada madi go dan ding ibita ibafula boli be nineto wala lafita nyine kena ese fam asesiaji be ko il lafta nyin ko minna fo ibe continuer dara fo ite continuer dara bi nte man fen kilinje Gambia banko ka mi yalon ko abatinna la tenga fonyo nani presidential ambition na fen kilinte je mi yalon ko ngade mi yatina sen fonyo ala
kumole mi yalon ko pour pedon
wallahi kumole mi yalon ko aman soto adum fana hada mali won kumen ka fo nyamen ntol hada mali lafta minda isa fon wala hada mali yemi mira isa fon wala mumante nenna mumante libala ha bare amanke kumati mi yalon ko soto tabi amanke kumati mi yalon ko abe soto la fana inshallah ne ana sonda wo mu fendete mi yalon ko aman soto be na politikola anu be parerin ne bita kan dulalto be resources mobilize kan ne fana pour na politiko mbata ma dila nyame ni wato ne yaje nga beten ko ni demande ku jamalle be kere be parliament be session anu ku jamalle fana be kere wokan sama fana be kere sama ka bol ka funde aka kolya bakel wati do ise mobilisation do ke pour aller parler ka mitino ke rek sama yana mitino betinya wala tinda mol mantra je kam be activity bare be activity ba ke kam ni min ben na ke jol ko wala ya understand ko tol ben activity la ben na ko ke kan andu fala ni wato ko fa na ku bale soto me yalon ko ba ko mol bina kalanta na sai
okay kon woku mon soto ko moni mon soto am kula de mi yalon ko ya bayle mon soto anyway because albe be samale kono aka monta ko ni deso nyin wato kono ima active bake committee no organize and the like bari ngata ila manifesto la fanala wala after you two key areas dube wala the youth sector wala funding ke la fanati and in agriculture ite ni kita mansati ibe funding ke mako la nyaari le katu ngaje ko on employment and then crime rate ni fanan ila funding ke la fanala siata mak so ke mako ngaje ko this Spain government circular migration authority akamunta ko is in the verge of collapse because of abscondment ni alonka ka soto agreement no fanato ite fonikel ise mako ino nyaadi ni keta monsati because it's like ngaje ko mo do fundide ko $50 million iba landi la karala pour ko fonikel mako ite ibe fonikel mako na nyaadi le kadu mu fonikel
abarka bage alama alay jo bibi ni $5 million ya chika ya di mola mi ya lon ko among kodola value long among kodola management long londo tabulo ababe kasara la wate killing ata alumna aba kala nyame one of the most important thing pour kabanko samba wala londo le kabanko samba this circular migration for dandi akobina ngami vo wala donte na gambia no chika mola ki samba ki kata kunkolto fonto jang vota kunkola le ba sani munati nambe wokela in the first place now nataranga londo di wala mi yalongo a londo ni is marketable internationally a londo ni me fendete mi yalongo mo be sola tala o mo fendete mi yalongo itata dawda dunia kono ibe fanso to no la nyante fanso to la nyame en wala anu dunia mulle be sola la itola fen folo mi yalongo ibe fonni kel mako la anu pour ka banko selbentu ya pour banko eta nyato wala londo ti londo ni amanke ko kakara ke damma pour kasi office hani wo manke computer programming for instance ni moya kama as kuli jama soto no mi yalongo aba fam mako no la ayala family mako wala fente mi yalongo nte karango bunda because I am an educationist mulbe yalongo nte multi charity and once a teacher is always a teacher, as I always say. So fem follow me along ko ise mo londi no ala wole karamati londo ni afanna fanu tabake anu diko karamo fana afanna fanu tabake bare na jibe saji banko so lata londo si fa nyaadi la wole first assessment nyanta wole kala skills so lata wala nenga jibe jama min kan silol construct, they are not from the Gambia. Min kan na construction balke, they are not from the Gambia. Na karanda bal mi yalonko ika karaloke, well they are not from the Gambia. So those are the areas mi yalonko ika kodo soto bake. You understand? So nim je invest pour moli ya no ye karamo ya no kendeke ye construction no kendeke, computer programming and so on and so forth. Like entrepreneur sort of.
So he left for like meche karamo da wole solution.
Meche karamo mu solution bality one. Secondly, amanke mecho da ma them solution not because halika we need those that will sit in the office. But those that will sit in the office will fana bekela boliti bi yalo ko londo soto ye fa hamo soto. So education will be the priority, the first priority. Now through that education, the youth ibe londo soto la me yalo ko hanatra masakunda sifa nyadi nata. Is a van employee no, is a model for an employee no. Like don't come in for money all the time is to babble learning setting me ya longo ya samba na tole amake setting me ya longo be mul bakwela hanata mul ma
the education system
I'm talking about.
Okay, right.
Now the education system want you to depend. It want you to go after your PhD and after the hand PhD ke ya bang after it is the application or
yet
I don't want it. So the London na fa mo minti wala ka doko create ka doko soto mi ya longo hanna na moment doko dila ba ite fa mo se doko dila fa wala. Like for instance ni agriculture ke at the Gambia college livestock for instance yake you should ite nyanta be ngol kulu no la nyanta sadio kulu no la nyanta fa ngol fa bula no la
but when you don't have the financial capital koloni ma so do ba keno la nyata
London improvises money. London aka improvise because if today you write a clear concepts note on what you want and how you want it with expertise near London ya soto rek e ba la momi ya lon ka bina aba fele let's do partnership in business na partnership ke in business ite London soto le e ba ta mandi la nyama ndega ko do soto le so ndebe ko do dile la ite la London ta banko ka tama wala nya amanke ko itele be ila all initiative from A to Z honey in partnership in business comme allié kafo allié business o akatama wala itele la londo indona la kodo allié kafo nyoma allié ta akatama wala nyama like in the agriculture sector ibe moji la I HDA leke in agriculture at the Gambia ko le aya bang but it's halika bi at the sila le pour government yena ya employ wo mo feneti mi ya nko is not realistic, is not sustainable ne atibe bul bi ya nko ko do so to dunia ko di jama amanke multi mi yalla ko sida class ko wala amanke multi mi yalla ko application on safe ka samba government even the Gambia ja non quality bal mira rek wol mo multi mi yalla ko wol man si ka application on safe ka fo lafta ni do ko la alim ba ko ni do ko la alim kete lafta do ko kala hani ye entrepreneur de fenke ya story ya understand ya loko kodoka ni tenne anu bengi ni ne kala pour na kodo soto mulla sulo siyata bake and any developing country mi yalon ko country ni abi develop ka there are many opportunities comme te ka fo nyame nte ni adi benyi fola nte kera bade malati for many years I have been facing so mo fenete mi yalon ko ngani soto di nte ka lonne you understand so mo fenete mi yalon ka be kuma yala and woku si fal wolle ka ba ko samba
nana ta senola fanato wala agriculture you come from a farming community mi yalon ko on am depending in agriculture world so be seno bundani senbentu yalla nyaadi
like seno ate nin seno man tarek ndol man faso mol bi yalla ko wolle ke dangene na fo jande anu fen bina fa la kota ken momi ke dangene wala momi ye fu nyala wala ba fa la dibe dane jibe la wala bi mol min yalla ko wolle ka mano sambana tolle e kan feel e kan for this aid ni aid mammo mako ni aid te mo mako ya from 1965 to date we have been receiving western aid but wo western aid I will samba mintole amam mul kanande no sani ni ajibe bi ni lafta seno kala ntol kata bantala banko ka mul be tikan tubabu iba jekan mano ka bona dabe itol ka ke nyaade amanke ko ka trakito da masambana wose foire by no wala as a concours by no Gambia wala as a agriculture empowerment umu reality like Niajibe one of the areas we can improve is agricultural mechanization wala nga joran ken de ban samana we like excavators we clear a vast land clear nga plow samana na harvester samana mi ibe vast land clear. These are not tractors I am talking about. These are nimu fenati machine le mi ni nata jang is a firo keno ika bindeo keno masimol famo le binde kela masimol famo le firo kela masimol famo be ba sola andu masimol fana ba harvest la be famo be kela andu ba stola le asdanta stola nyamen. So what I'm saying to me, more killing on here, more killing my ass. As 300 or 500 or 1,000 hectares, more killing us are grown. What I'm saying to me, I didn't know if I did, no see if I can. Well, I think the last time back for go. Don't load winter because low. It's not sustainable and it's not realistic. Even si loan dollar, even si loan dollar, si loan. I be loan you dollar nyadi. But if you invest in agriculture, doing agriculture with seriousness, then agriculture will produce. Then agricultural production okay. And secondly, for the price of rice determine dollar. But in that mano kabon tubabu, ndona sidia. Na ako mbafala tubabu le ibera mano wafila. Womu reality, womu fendeti biyango is not realistic. Politician be ya fali ali alonko abali fe akana. And banko for to develop dollar natra banko mulbe ye sita ye bulo la nyoka. Hani nali yamansa kunda keje mi yalonko ali lafdala. Ali be silale ali no sembentu ya momo ye dabe muta ya muta kendeke. Mimbe bade mola ya muta kendeke, mimbe senola ya muta kendeke, mimbe officer ko fana ya muta kendeke. Wobu fende di mi yalonko wobu sifal wolle ka banko samba. Banko ni akatama ni molle ka banko tamandi. Bare mo kelen ka si ka fugo ni tekela president moti Gambia bita ale Gambia di bekela ten ni tendedi hani president ka inspire aka molle hamendi ka fo molle ali nga keten ka molle direct nga keten nyanta ni nekela na ni molle direct fo molle ya lonko ni len to nyati rek they will all make the follow up e baje na banko ni abita nyato mu fende di ya lonko akumba. But agricultural sector mu fende di ya lonko will definitely be my focus. And I will definitely empower agricultural mechanization. Kajeko na banko funding kill and in na banko mon concerned citizen will be have concern kajeko banko eta anyato kajeko banko ya nasima mosono because come kafo nyame nin banko mala sima mosono hadi ka bi na independent mo na fasodo fona tra na sima mosodo na sima mosodo bi yalla ko ay bot si fana.
Akuma yatabake near the main cash crop jube Gambia is groundnut covering colonial time tio ngawole wafika export ite amirako banko ni hanisani nyente depend la on groundnut purgaje ko ka wafika export or something like or we have to diversify into other crops me alongo is about because sometimes international market ni nanata tio la fanala price of boile and then you got farmers or one senelale ka kori jamale lose in that process. So it still we have to depend on this cash crop me along go the main crops on ground.
Abala fa wakta comme mbamalo ni tubabol na mamalo le mil landi jang. Wala idol la vitamin na woda male nyanta tamala. Wala yatina idol liye tiyo le sembentu ya kaje ku tiyo le mfimo beti. Kaje ko ndol nyanta tiyo le fina jumale ko moli ko tiyo ya mal nyanta kala cash crop. Every other crop can become cash crop. But tiyo da mama nyanda kala fende mi yalo ko nyanda kala cash.
So ite ni kera manse ibe introduce la mi yalo ko se keno
rice
fende mi yalo ko niya fi export no something.
Rice can become a cash crop in my government and serious cash crop for that matter. Working within the African country and even some part of the world. Secondly, me atina ngofo Wolem Niajibe B to Baboli Tio ke as cash crop of the Gambia. Wala de Nandol Baby Blaka Norma and Mba 7 Yaka for Tio is cash crop. What BBBB near Tio Jibe Gambia la Tio. To be very honest with you. Nakla Nkawafi 3,000 a bag. Bago me alongo a producer in other parts of the world like America wala dula dol me alongo ika tio produce. Then bago ni me alongo ya wafi jam 3,000. Naka na wo bago ni America no ya dogo aba wafi la. Aka wafi nothing less than 20,000 or 25,000. Sadi mune ati na Gambia tio buka jama wala. Iko na Gambia tio aflatoxin ay wala sotel. Wala ko wato minna ika tio so. Ni ya so rek ya landi wato ni kombo ka jiakan. Wo kombo ni na ka jiaka rek iko aflatoxin ne soto. Wati do sama fana demanding se kala aflatoxin ani fana ka safe nyana. Iko aka kurang le soto mi yalon ko. Wo kurang ni aka chemical le soto mi yalon ko ni moya do rek aka kurang di la mi yalon ko amambetia. So sani natural ndo left tiyo yake ka skopti. One of the things is aflatoxin ni ma bondi no la nyaadi tiyo ka. So that tiyo ni ninjata 3,000 bagla nsa wafi no for 25,000 in the international market. Sani munati na tiyo bukata internationally. Womu fendete mi yanon ko akumwe atabaka. Sani ninga ukusifa nga taku nga jeko aflatoxin tubabul kami foto nyale ndem. Nga jeko nga bondi aflatoxin nga bondi na tiyo kono. Pour na tiyo ni nsa wafi. But natural what tiyo ni nta wafi no la wanda asifa. Then we have to sift the rice production. Na sift nga ta mano produce. Then mano ni be kodo di la molla kita kodo minna. Then but ibaji be ila banko la interest momenti. Mune be kodo si ila molma. Eka go sifa le promo. Like ninga jibe hanika bi ntol ka bi vomole. Our mangoes are one of the best in the world. But Hanika be told we have good relationship with international. Told we our international cooperation is good. International cooperation be beti anola nyali. Et tuba du mansong itela fengo duto sanna. Imansong itela sanna. Sani itola fengo Canadian, but itola fengo de. So what is the cooperation? I can cooperate nyali then. What is international cooperation that you are talking about? Who fende te biya loka ni kuyaka wa bake. Je ndesa wafi no itema bar iteta wafi no la tema. You understand? So it will not drug and everything a baker wafi janne and the honey ilafen jawmala baker wafi janne. Even they are ancient clothes a baker wafi janne. But in Tola Feno, it has Jikanola, Ya Samba, Ya Wafi, Tuabu, and Dula Kotema. What only after cooperation on the Amanda Killer one side, another killer both side. Well, I'm told by Jibelako, Tuning, Wellington, Nafa, Walla, Manon, and Toldo, Wafinon, told before me Wafinola internationally in the way.
Okay, a rice production or a fanala, it needs a lot of investment.
Serious.
Manke kuti mi along as a Sonia. So for a machinery so mi along for pumping machines all year round production when you're the killer nil after mano sort of insufficient mano mi along with export no. It a bit of it okay no ya.
No more ni tata.
Yalan ka fugo benyin kela but it's a king on ya.
Ni yalo Benjamin, my brother, we have been taking billions to construct roads. For road construction is not important. Honey, woman cannot do that. But a natural tool in loan minta na investment in agriculture. Seriously, focus is needed for you to attain. For poor agriculture, so they left them in the focus like. Your production increase in agriculture. How? Because of Niadini, as you said, fresh water all over the country. Around Kabosia, Katafo, you are doing fresh water. So the Ningajibi around Sandu, sort of Sandu, Jimara and other parts. We have vast land all over, all other constituencies. We have vast land in the upper part. Sani, we have fresh water, Mayalonko, close to these vast lands that I'm talking about. One of the things that you can always do is Kanaka, Kanib Massive, Kende Balu, Kesam, Massino, Tonya, Serta, Nyaunya, but Nintol Comicta, Nintol Lafita, Nintol Pareka Sobiala, with that we can do it. Honestly speaking, we can massive banded the Mopasino will live geopompla into the land. Will live geopompla. It's commitment. The government, me at in the government, Jamajama, Ebukalafi, Mano importation I stop. You know why? Because they are dealing with businessmen. Now, the government that is sitting is having a commission from the businessmen that are there. Now, there was a time, in fact, one of the National Assembly had to visit one of the businessmen. So, the businessmen refused to comply. And he even literally insulted the members of parliament. But when the members of parliament came, some of the senior members of parliament and the government members of parliament intervened. You understand it? Because they have been dealing directly with that businessman, and the businessman have been dealing with government. Meyalonko is one of the main importance of rice. Kajeko, ate mean for other Malika town. So you cannot regulate those kind of things where the government comes to play.
Monopoly monopolize the business.
Perfect. Amakeko until we went to an extent that we cannot attain food self-sufficiency. Amake what? Wallahi mbakenola. Nintol pareta. Just na parere, right? Na foko. I am not looking at my selfish interest. I am not looking at what is going to benefit my family alone. I am not looking at what is going to benefit my village alone. But ntebe fende chibe kamiya lonko abi na mul na fala for faw. And na mul na family fanam bakonole, na mul bakon na badimol bakon na regional bakono, na friends wol fanam bakonole. So ni okay femo mi alon abi mul be na fala sama handi te bota mansa yala wo femo be continue la ando abi continue na ka mul na fa na mul na fa rek wala this uplifting to Gambia setano nyato Gambia se ken non tamoti ka foko other African countries market what are non tol fanata ba fola tol da kenola it all we can use different methods to achieve different things nin tol pareta the lono la ka foko nim ba attain and definitely we can attain it looking at our size population size only 2 million people or 2.5 million that we can feed as a nation. So through agricultural production need that yemasinol sam handata those kind of things are necessary handata even loan netala need kodote but after seno sene kendo ni sene kendo ke is a loan is all jono within a very suspect different from near kodi jamata yet aya investiro ka sino ni te kodo bondinola atariata nyamen pour ka loan ni ka jo wala tin na dala so ka continue ka ji because of manta fen produce ka ndol manta fen ganaka just don't depend so kudo bi jemi yalla ngom nga fo jang bare ma complete ibatu ngalaba wala government iman lafi po na rice importation na stop because of it all the business of an big attached in sani ni ila ni ma rice ni ma import it will fana ila business so te sotonola like look at this chemical fertilizer for instance bo ko fende mi yalla ngom to bi nyanta bola woto le ka jeko ka chemical fertilizer san dala mi yalo ka serta baake to nyanta bola woto na organic fertilizer na use ni la organic fertilizer use mo fende mi yalla is maintainable and no fana abe mol samala dulato mi yalo ko to Badjie mira by chemical fertilizer ni apply bi nina yemi apply nina next year nyanta la fala organic fertilizer natara yo apply nina sama ibe next year ibe bi use la wo be talala so organic fertilizer atele sustainable than chemical fertilizer okay ni data jibe organic fertilizer fana atele healthy da ka be chemical fertilizer so some of these things do look so for minna sasa ni ngam min soto abuka ke fenkamte bare nim chemical do fana ka be consume these chemical fertilizers
akuma yatabake honorable Sosani 2026 te baila iko be lola as independent for la party register
me ala sonda mbelola as independent
amuna atina as independent
me atina left lola as independent is because me ajibe bi banko be nyame to regulate and form political party have to go through many procedures. I procedure jamal ni kam me yalon ko
right in of the party olonde la nyata procedure ni nyata dukula wala le
is a normal no but party is not the main objective amake party la ko wala so hani right now amake party la ko ti anu varanta fala ko ni ma party so do imanya na dola president hani ni ajibe ite ajibe nyame ise banko kanandino andu wato teje andu niko ibe procedures be normala abe challenges ba samala na ite la karola then you can leave it there you contest as an independent candidate wala tina the constitution accepted constitutional d'accord pour money contest presidential candidate as an independent candidate
iko atol sifal ngaje ko recently National Assembly ye fem pass me yalo ko wolem $2 million for registration political party pour ka register ye 2 million jo nomination fee ye 1 million jo kule mi yalo ko aketa iko nyim ko ite ati nyadi le
ngami fo moli wulungo ko aliko ya jamme ye la favole ke nomination la anu fana ya jamme mal la fi moli lo so tol mon nata yo kele fo yo bondi so bi atol fata be semboto alika ko min bay kunum ali fele ali be okay kan ko ke ko hadama di mo kane mira bila mami fo député bu ko wala fo de ko kane mira bi ila present situation yelu wada daw nyama sama mira yesi ni nim fana mira luwa kada da wala nyama luwa bi ibada da ka ibe sembo ko bay sama fana yelu wa min da ibe sembo ko sama wulu ali be kala yi wato be da iman tra sembo ko sani ite be kala nyaadi le wato sani luwa ni ikana da la fana pour que modo police pour ndenga sotole bari batu nga do bade ngai luwa bu kada da nyama ngai luwa kada da dine kamma ko ni be luwa da la ike ngani yoli senior ka fu ko ni luwa nte ba da ka de because lafta ay betia sani nko wala nan ka fo last time ko nimbol ya jen tolbe ni biya mo be la maybe ita lon na biya tan kan ni biya mo be ba na ngani mo menti pour ay betia na ngani mo menti pour gambia ta nyato na ngani mo menti pour nga discourse nga jibe ko gambia to nyato nya ni ko wala nya ta sambala wala nan kan ni ka ja sifake wala nan kan ni biya mo sifake ba den aman jari ni biya mbala fam ba nga jibe to nya $2 million to register a political party. Muna yatin that it only was Sambara because they want to distract people in Malafi Mulia contest. And I am very surprised when it comes to nomination. Kabi nomination la fee presidency was 10,000. About 10,000, yeah, raised from 10,000 to 1 million. And most of the opposition supported it in the parliament. Most of the opposition fana ya support in the parliament. So in that yajibe deputy fana.
But mo don't go for the highest office in the country ni lafta wala. Amanya na sone ala wanyama.
Ha. Ba jumale ko fuare te tilinola. Jumale ko fuare te honest nola. Jumale ko fuare ya mu la juroti me ya lon ko amari fota hati lola le so natra ite dum ima ko do ni sotono ba wo mati da ite mo ko molde wo ma yitande mo ko ite te banko la na fudo sambano la wo ma yitande mo ko ite data banko ka ibe na fudo be tala wo mon ka fo le rek but nte man d'accord wala nte d'accord no la wala ka fo ko fuare man nyanna lola ka mansa kunda nyini hani wo mo fende din fo ite fana lata wala ko to nya fuare man nyanna lola ka mansa kunda pala so
man la
no nte when I was coming to parliament or before in fact anything you see the reality or stands tonya wala nyanta sabati mi yati na defa wona ta député bu ngol wala ka lafi ni na ka habe ni na po ni gambia no na kacha nga tonya sabati ka lafi ni na po ka député ke convince ka deko itol fana ye tonya de ya sabati sa ni ya jibe BBB ye député ya bu 5,000 nomination can move from 5,000 to 150,000 dollars. Now, what would nomination that money? Now, that nomination alone, 150,000. It will be that flyers that are. It will be that teaser will print. It will be that campaign you kill. You understand? It will be that essential sana. So, what Kusifa near be accumulate is nothing less than 900 or 600,000. Sorry, jam more jelly. Maybe Bangkok and me yalongo itilinta. And be honest that il left that one yalla me yalongo ibe okujola. Now, not a party be atol bulle. And Allah party be nim be jola. Nim party your party left the deputy be londi la kaboka to kata foko ina Gambia banko beka. It's nothing less than $6.5 million. Ibe wale tala pour que député na nomination video. Woni campaigno manke kelende. Now, not la president on the president la nomination fee. Modo ya afonye akonye ko. Last year the presidential campaign they used 600 million pour the presidential campaign okay. Gambia alingata rek nim futata je malon na le mimbe kere. Ni ajibe nkambi fo wala. Natra ato di party allié président Molondi président à la nomination of million na ali nata allié député Londi député 6.5 million woketa 7.5 million yena ye councilor Londi councilor fana is close to 1.5 million albe min dola wala 1 million albe min dola you understand woketa 8.5 million aliena allié million fana Londi million now they left the is 150,000 you fana Londi wo fana another additional fan quality so the be kafunyoka one party need to spend nothing less than $11 million in terms of nomination and related things. Sani kata nomination or dama nomination lumo dama. Every party me alonga nyanta la député be nominate la. Anyanta kodo fana de spend na fuelo la koto ani ku jama la koto. So wo be kabo party la to. Now at the end of the day, ni data ni electoral day, ite lafta ka député londi ka councilor londi ka mayor londi ka president londi. It's nothing less than $20 million in all total for nomination process tama. Now yena campaign yedum campaign yoko. Yena yedum kudol fanam kono mini yalongo asiata political kono. So we are telling the Gambians that any political party we yalongo lafta contest that throughout the country, you are going to spend nothing less than $30 million. Obu fendeti mi yalongo asiata bake and mira kola na jibe. But Gambia non fanam tell lafta coming for Gambia na wala go. Alikana foko fuare ma modest, alikana foko fuare ma tiling. Fuare nak ala kuwa balafata. Katu mi atina fuare la kuwa balafata. Niye fuare direct, mulka tra kamfari nga kamba ay atama amam fenge. Womu fende di mi yalo ko nga umbibo bondi fanga kono. Nga jeko fuare fana se banko marano. Nga jeko fuare fana mole di mi yalo ko itilita. Fuare mole di mi yalo ko modesta. Fuare manke suja ablati. Fuare manke mole di mi yalo ko tiling baliat. Ali nga umbibo nga dumni kono. Andu nga faham. Andu nyiku bakawa. Ika fo miyeko. Momo mi yalo ka janta lola gindulato janta kodi jama soto lale. That's not the measurement of reality. That's not the measurement of honesty. That's not the measurement of integrity. That's not the measurement of intellect.
Akuma yatabake. So umbenyi nikara, are you open for a coalition? Kacha dol iko kacha beke kan burgaje ka opposition or nati kaje ko coalition of form for 2026. Are you open for a coalition?
Science-sighted, as of now, I am not working towards a coalition, to be very honest with you. Mantra do ko keka pour kata coalition do ni moye coalition.
Wala kamuto kani party me party for party approach for me approach for kaje ko ali kacha ko ni ko.
Party te me ya longo ye approach for coalition.
Okay.
Ya understand. But ko kelim fana me ya longo Badjie andum atwanya yata wala. I am cooperating so much with some of the opposition leaders me alonko ibe opposition me ala ni de cooperate kam bakele andum fana ninga feje me alonko ayen sula alla ma famola ngali kolle ka fale ko yenning anin minke ndenga me ko imanya na kala ni lafta sama ila politiko ye betia nka do ya ma le ka fonyo ko ala maintain your position andum fana nga bango nje nga na party je because ni party je over banko wo mfendeti mi yalon andi ku yabe wala bake wala banko le nyanta na la force. So coalition fana natran be coalite la atekela my individual decision leti abekela the decision of my executive leti abekela the decision of my supporters leti abekela in the interest of the Gambian people. By fana natran ni mo be coalite la one individual must have the consciousness of Pan-Africanism, must have the consciousness of Africa first, must have the consciousness of the progress of Africa, and before I Gambia je follow ka tambi fero beti wala kumbat amanke ko ate bala coalition no jela wala abala party le jela ka tambi di fero beti as of now natwa ni mobe kafula ni mobe doko kela it must be based on reality, it must be based on the interest of the Gambia. But amanke just to put me in power, well, just to put you in power. Womanke harmony.
Okay, Mojamanko 2026 is not going to be an easy elections. Iko party ndingol anim atol sifar independent candidate. The only way you can survive is to join a coalition or join the ruling party. A coalition of opposition party or join the ruling party. That's the only way you can make it.
Hada madingol yalo abeti ata le pumuli la miro fo aningi koje nyame bare to nya manse amu ala talati
when to ya
manse ya wallahi mu ala talati andu aka di mulla min dia ta andu ni ala lafita banko kanandila ala lafita multa handila aka mansa kello le diala bare ni ala lafita kali jabi aka mansa kuru balle diala sani alenga dua ke ngamasa kendo so 2026 and inshallah ala bende malale nga dua jama siandi ngaje ko ala mi yalo ko bomu banko la kayro de ando atele be banko samba do la to nyaka ani tilingo ka anin ka kalam tan diro ke ka kalam taro ke fo avel ate banko la ko do tabalela ala ma woy banko ta
Akuma Bake, the removal of the Auditor General Modu Sise, ala ko nyimbe kiti bungoto bari ngado mandi maje don because aliya kachale deputy bungoto kabring armame jiba ye table ni ye motion ni table kule me yalon ko aketa so ite lamiro to yenyin ko jenyadi
namo yalon comme nga fo nyame sani nim mo nata ay mon nyininka munati na albeni ko kachaka. Section 59 of the constitution where have the responsibility of the auditor general and yanta remove la nyame and no fada mi atina asita je. Like auditor general amanke ko like any ministerial position ti mi yalla ko ise wuli rek ya fire wala ya bundi ya move from one ministry to another. The appointment of the auditor general is different from the appointment of ministers. President was will no be like I have for itemu minister timbala. But auditor general ako have to go through several process me along and yanta kamala this la jamala. Mune ati na auditor general la palaso is sensitive because atele ba fa la president we ko kana ko do sunya nim ko do ikaminta imanya na tal mo bin do palaso to luanya ta tankala wala ati na luanya ta ko ka auditor general ka tanka ka je ko auditor general ate kala boti be yalo ko iba remove la iba bondi la adiate nyame because BBB ninte nata ko he ba ngamu ite ni ko do sunya le yen do tala yen imanya na do tala wo jama aka kuyamul yen ate diala boni sani nindu anata ay sembodi president wala wala na lafta anytime as a bayno na lafta anytime as a bondi no wote kala luwate be yalo ko abi beti yalla nin auditor general nata fo ay ku jama bondi ay ku jamal wanyari mi yalo ko mansa kunda ba ke ka mansa kunda se la fe ka bondi so wala tin the protection of the auditor general akumba ta back. Secondly, morally ni ajibe hanata the constitution is silent. Now let's assume that constitution no firm for morally ngajibe na society ko doko nko mbalo lafta ka dogo dila le lafta ni Kenya lafta ke appoint ka palaso dila iko ni ko hane ya fuma de man lafi ni palaso la no me da.
Okay, honorable, we should continue now. Light later to number okay.
Abaka bake banko bebe boka light lata anala nani banko bebe we are in the 21st century now for the new call to nyanta graduate la wato bare na pol ben famole bulu nin lafta la nyamen ka samba wala nyama na la leaders on lafta minna ka fay wolle be kay wa samba na molle wala ko wa samba na molle kata auditor general la ko kam nte ko mbalo na nga palaso ni ndila iko je hane yamfu mantum medame fo nyande forcer la ka ko forcer fo nga ni palaso dila fo etana ni forcer bo mu fende mi yano ka man nyanda kena sa ni nata even constitution no bobu kala ni no kala ba nata do constitution fo mo teje nde ko na nge bondi ni palaso to nge samba ni ndo
bare iko atele sonta fo ya la palaso di modora ako amanson but anyway masakunda alba sonta le fo e palaso di modo so it's like all important
hani bare nda sonta nyanta safe wala kena government ni palaso di la sonta nyanta safe wala kena government bukata babala comme ka foko sonta le damma government bukata mo government ama natra sonta le nyanta safe la ko your excellency I have accepted the position that you have appointed me to you understand nyanta safe wala by government fanantena no ka fo mo aya accept le verbal accepting like that womu fende timi yanonko government lono la kan womu fende timi yanonko is weak and is not reliable and government manjana lola woku sifaka because governance is about realities, governance is about evidence, governance is about certainty. So ni ilafta modi laila for I suffer okay because it is a follow the government movement presidential advisor will be malonko ni acceptant di nyanta acceptant le tane safela ka foko d'accord ta pala so ni hanata d'accord ta babali bari nata manta safere so government ibe video bonni no la ka ita ni mo la ko to nyato nya accepta le ni video wala fele aba foka to nya I accepted so mo fele mi yalla ko government ta bi dani secondly government fa nyanta no that we are at a crucial point ni wato munati na ito lafta auditor general falina munati na ito lafta what is so urgent because all the social media are talking about audited report government audit. Sally, the government have been silenced over those audited reports. If they have been silenced, if they did Aquila better and they daring Aquila. Sally, Mulbako Fokang Sally Mulbako Ninkaka Munat the government yede. Jet what what deterring back on the Minkon. Jet Ikata Ikafu, even auditor general, Iba Falina.
Iko iman tarafem Maboka, he left around the auditor general Mako, Masakunda.
Sally Munat Naita,
the trade ministry, what a man, that's the only reason.
Sally Munat Naita, Sally, it will go about Bodilla, I take honey. Sally Munat Naita, forceful like a move, logically. It will left the Kamudan Babo, Sally Yapu because Kabo control Mantara Maboka, but I left a force I would. I could left them in the way, Kegi. what be na mo sambala na. That is the main problem with which we are facing. What call ya ku party don't we face ka. What ko ni wa de call mbako iko ibe auditor general bondi. And auditor general ni ako amanta habola. Sa ni ite ko force for ya bondi. Ya sambo won fele de mi yalan ani silo manta ani silo fanante tala. Wala wo I me yita de molla wala ko. Government la bita ka fenne mabo. The government ye kuleke because all the I saw the budget of 2020, the audited report of 2020, and most of the government institutions are found wanting. Government institutions, Jamal Bidi, about 90%. It will do that corruption economy and a serious tabake. You understand? So, who offended me? And before that, President Data this thing. Auditor is just an opinion. Audit report is just an opinion. Yes, even if it is an opinion, and that opinion is a very important opinion. We have to verify the opinion. Before the opinion, but the government, ye family can opinion ka assess ka di before to them. The National Assembly, the document the one can do that. Luani ninga dada minyanta tamandila wolem the executive the wolem mansakunda government and then president and other ministers and then government institute wolem nyanta luani tamandila dola luwa dada rikola sani ni luani monata ako abe luwa tamandila amandi mi manyana tamala wala abe luwa tamandila mi yalonko aman amnisilo manta responsible jojo la responsibility da wolem luwa tamandila la responsibility pour kiti bumol ye na ye kiti yote molte ma ya fo mole nyanta tala tene man nyanta tala te loi ko ten anin loi man ni defo so mu fede mi ya longa akumma ya ta baake andu nga jibe kot ni min bina wobe ke na fede mi ya longa be kumma ya la ba
okay nga move because time out ye ngana nyimu Russian oil scandal to mi ya longa FPAC and in PEC the recommendation or canon for two ministers to be censored ya adopt ya report ni adopt but government on nata aman sakuna nata ka ninu defend like the ministers ke defend ka je ko ninte implement no inte bayno la do boto so atole nyin ko je nyaadi le comme man sakunda nata in defense of these ministers
nga dile ko am fene ndefo nga foje de ba to bina mbede ya mala ko nyinu ministers the two ministers me ya ko is it Abdoulaye Job and Abdoulaye Sanya wo mo molde te me ya ko nyanta lu face lale because nobody is above the law ni la fita nga tilingo sabatinde wo mo fene te me ya
ita ko munati na man sakunda man la fra nyin recommendation or implement
ntenga na miro me ya tinna wala ko itol dalta corruption wala sani momin dalta corruption wala ni ko woy momin man dali tilim wala iko woy tilim bibi abe katila le baati tilim wala abe katila le amari ni be katila le baati tilim wala even at the National Assembly nga debate baleke wokola and luckily wonu mon to nata a win comme ko kanin fenko ka implement to yata taman la nyame ka recommendation ni ka taman wonu mo ketan dol fana na gagner lu party me yalon ko ma expect fa ko ma gagner la ko ni fenko ni ba gagner la but after nata na gagner but hadika bi min yata taman
so the outcome yaji nyadi is it a disappointment or what
it's more than a disappointment ka to tol na yalo mo fana jama itol muka mi faham wolen ko National Assembly inte kenola jojoti anu fana ngalo ko yekiti yo tay ko fana temo hani so fego mi to la limitation de soto nga symbole soto barenga do la le soto wolen ko ni nga recommendation di government la nga foy ko ali ngi ke after itol se mo na ko take ka fo mo le nga kele wala make ni make ko take we have to go for a voting handa ta nga voting nyaadi leke bare government Mansakunda wole nyanta implement wole executive team. When I say government, I refer to the executive arm of the government. So when we find that me along it only nyanta implement. So I need to implement. They have to send them back to the National Assembly. Before we have to summon them back to the National Assembly. But summoning to the National Assembly require numbers. Leave more summon to the National Assembly. Numbers all it requires numbers.
But you go lawyer Jeddah, the National Assembly have the power to sanction these ministers. near sanction, the president must act to remove them. So actually, what's the most stopping you from doing?
We have the powers to sanction, but the power is based on majority. National Assembly powers is not an individual powers. National Assembly powers is based on the majority. From a situational study, when you're convinced for law, when you're convinced on the ground, now you go left can the minister the sanction. So so if we have most of the people, then we can sanction them. But I think most of the sanction them. So if we rush onto the matter, if we
put it into vote, maybe at a time.
What a problem, Badjie. What a quote me along. I can do it for the nuclear Badjie. Never, but there was a time I was to move a motion for the former minister of basic and secondary education to be fired. But that very day, I'm going to the second ambassador. So I could not put it forward because it was also going to be a serious disgrace on me. I put in a motion, high second, second. Yala more second that they'll be voting that. But I need my second and you must so me and also for us to have the powers to sanction the minister. Because looking at the voting pattern of the National Assembly, we want to actually sanction a minister at the Kenola. Because it's going to be very difficult, very difficult. By miracle or by I don't know in what form or by magic sort of
okay, with the judicial officers condition of service bill. We are on judicial officers remuneration and other entitlement being replaced. Jojo Yela salary in Lafa before coming to the Parliament's approval. So it was a debate at the National Assembly. Because Yandi in Lafa Robert Kela. Parliament for approval so they follow Janda Kela. Because what a demonstration on Natin Jam Bangkok and judicial officers building Cabrana more protest. Kajako Niman Yanakela, more than Kela salary Lafa Bangkok and Molbe Patari. Because near salary Jube Lafanya, it was Chief Justice monthly salary from $189,655 to $290,000. Supreme Court judges from $147,500 to $211,000. President of the Court of Appeal, $137,750 to $190,000. Court of Appeal judges, $108,975 to $154,000. Iko kule mialonko banko benyami nyintembenda. Andu kabri ayanati banga akamuta kwa atambita second reading now is atambita to the ABC committee. So you couldn't data
atambita for the ABC committee.
Oh, atambita sign. Final enactment and cheetah.
Abaka bake mbalo yalong banko ni kada danga famole ni ngati nyanga famole.
Okay.
So mumu ni be fego fenkela ibakela ni kama ilafta aibetia. And mumu for the nata ite sita ni kama kuka banko tinya. Inshallah ala te support la and ala fana te makwela kola. First day to the National Assembly for this session, we will the judiciary officers condition whatever be the assembly. I didn't go hurt to Bakary.
You're totally funny.
You're totally funny, Yasambana.
And it's same bill.
The same bill. But imagine imagine Mbalo, National Assembly, Mulu Dama, when they vote to Apollo, only five,
to abstain.
Only 5 million will accept. Now, where are the rest of the members of Parliament? Well, I think the what to do, Nina Kudo Jibe Miyalongo.
I'm going to go 28 votes in favor.
It's sad. 28?
You got 28 votes.
Yes, 28 vote in favor. Ndema mbala poro mwela salary nyanta la fala. Ndega bi kumbo kabi no follow kana fobi wala. Let's improve on our economy. The economy now improve. Nyawnya sa akeno ngana economy improve. So that ngana civil servants will join nyante jola nyame. To be honest with you, Gambian salary nim moko eko judiciary are not well paid. I agree they are not well paid. But the teachers are not well paid. The soldiers, the security officers are not well paid. The nurses are not well paid. You understand? The auxiliary staff are not well paid. So, Molbi Jemiya Loko, Jama mini yalongo not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5 me yalongo they are not well paid. Sani, my only problem, internal problem killing them. Why are you singling out one institution can focus on the salary increase? Why? So not enough justification is given to why are you singling out one institution can focus on the salary? Why? You understand? Forgetting the fisherman, forgetting the farmer, forgetting that teacher. You understand? Forgetting that police officer, forgetting that nurse, sleepless night. You understand? Forgetting that police officer, they are not throughout the night. You understand? Forgetting the soldier, they are defending us day in day out. Forgetting that agriculture extension worker, Badjie agriculturist. So there are problem on community based on this. Ndeko, natural salary is structure because government made a promise la back. Even when I was a teacher, that salary increase la salary ba. Don't teachers all we did rise up, go in the salary lava. But sadly, forgetting about all the teachers, forgetting about all the nurse, forgetting about all the police officers, security officers, I think do kudulal be Kadina will be the cannot to single out. What is the problem for it? You understand? Problem fulanjabo. Whatever. Nia jibe. Mumu natwa ibe bankoka ikatama banku dingol lafta min. Nim banku dingol ko. Ali nyinke alikawaleke. Ntombe molle to yala di. Amanke ko mindi atam to liye. Amanke ko nakunda.
Wali mo jawal ko atol député fama nyanna diamula because atol sinta janna ayal sarali lafa aye mutol sang because ngaji ko Samba Jallow ako National Assembly nyanta ni approval katu atol fana yalla condition wala parliament condition of service wala the parliament condition of service act ni 2022 ali alla kolbe la fajele so atol manyana diamula
Parliament Act 2022.
Yeah.
Parliament. Woman bank fente me yalong another parliament. You can go and assess everything about it. Woman ke fente me yalong go to approve parliament. Amang ke fente me yalong katambita parliament. Kabinte dunta parliament 2022. Kana fobi.
What am the National Assembly Service Act?
National Assembly Service Act.
This aliyo approve la ako nyindo fana nyanta approve.
National Assembly Service Act. Woman ke fente me yalong ko ay député ma. Woman ke fente me yalong ko ay député la ko fenke. Service of the National Assembly. What is National Assembly members? Amang ke killing fan. Service the wole the color analysis staff will be yalong ko de day-to-day affairs.
Bari ko atol fana yalla ko la fa janne. Sale motol sam
mbina motole kana hanni me kamo wuri wala bake because mbina mba seni yandina adi seni yalla which because amanke fete me yalla ko don silata bu ka tonya ko boli. One of the things is kabinte International Assembly Bakary Kebani kabinte International Assembly once time ndola salary la fata wo wato aketa moneti 30% for salary increment 30% mi kera 30% salary increment for all the civil servants what more than 12 fana na salary increase to 30%. That is the only time and go on record and find anywhere on earth that is the only time the salary increase. Secondly, ni nata the last salary increment ndola salary ma increase we increase it for other people. The last 30% salary increment mi kera no salary for the National Assembly was increased. And National Assembly salary killing increase. You understand? Maybe naturally they do it behind the bars to increase other people's salary. But when they ask Bakary Kebani, I can stand to tell you that that salary had fell among Lafati. Secondly, Nia Jibe, Ibe Kuja Male Fokam, Milia Longo, Fonga will be sent here. Iko motor. Tonya moto mukuleti mi yalongo it raise concern and moto mukuleti mi yalongo ndol man na rek na foko National Assembly 6 legislature nyanta moto sopla manke wati der 5th legislature wolle sita ka foko Gambia député nyanta moto sopla dan lim tolbe dunda National Assembly ndol dunda National Assembly ayata po kemen process bo be keta ndol force de futata National Assembly wol mo le nyanta moto te balam no la hani yalo abena ila moy I am coming for you la moy ni be la moy ta alon data ibe la moy tan mo le fana be la moy tan ha ba
time of anti you have 15 minutes
hani ba le kule ma mi yalo kan da senya kana kuma ka ya do di under the carpet hani wote keno
no ngata ya senya
yo very good sadi wolle 5th legislature wolle polti mi yalo ko ye ning national we am ni boto ko sadi ka be ya sabana ndol du National Assembly ten nyami ye mol ya commencé ka mol di donc every month $22,000 e ka mol le kuntu dale ka kuntu pour ka ni 50% of the big kuntu so government be 50% jola National Assembly member ni fana be 50% jola of the people.
Taxpayers money.
Taxpayers money. I agree entirely.
50%.
But komeko tonya motor sertale. And I agree with the nation that motor serta ban. But secondly, the National Assembly member manyana motor sotla. Me, I cannot tell you that. I am not supporting that. Come a National Assembly member manyana motor sotla. Because some of the Kejande, you take a for fully, not as someone attend. Some of the Kejande, young commandi, Kafonico, some of attend and not attend. And Kujamaka can be along every year, Katana Banco Murumu. One who fended me along Wafa. Sa you na Banco Murumu and Yadi Mutitembu. One fended me along Ninga motor sertal, the Portale motor sertal. And that I won't go for motor sertal. Motor sertal, the Portale, motor sertal, Cato, until Mafa for the Mumalai call it honey, Mafa for the Muka mistake okay honey. You don't move Cafe to Buleti, Mune Boyati, Wolenko, Nkafemo Kemia Longo, and Isilo and Isilo Manta. Wolenko, Nka mistake okay. Mistake on in Fana, the Sonaleco, mistake on in Ketale. But I found me at in a motor in Tata. Natra Nte Bakary Keba, Nkote Mototala. You know what is going to happen to me. Yalamune Begalan. Well, I will be deducted every month, $22,000 will be deducted until a salary. One Motote dealer now, 1, 2, no more for them, they were 22,000 or something. So now at that funny situation point in time, what do you think I should do at that point in time? It's a yame or mude nyanga.
Isha motota no.
Because at that point, every month they are deducting me. Even Kuntulanteto, la salary to $22,000. Every month will be Kuntulan. Then in 5 years so be pan. You understand? Secondly, if you want to for in a banko muli kacha. Sadi ninda ndefa data mambo tano. Askeno na banko muli be baila debite ala. Ha, because na isenge live banko badika ikafonye. Motoning kaka reject motoning ata. Because motoning amange ko akanda solo da male taman bare na mol fana nim min lata nyoka min ya lako en support wol fana la solo fana ka taman ni anu ka moto fana le jus kana ka banko ni ka bubu ka constituency ko ka futa na mol ma mi ya lako anu fana ngajibe to la to nya National Assembly na moto accepta bangele bare ni tata proper scrutiny mba jelale ko yara among the keepers vehicles are the vehicles of the National Assembly.
Okay, right about getting a call us because we have only 20 minutes, I don't know, to go. Walaikum salam.
Sambalo kontonna.
Abarkabade. Jumala ne ka call ngeen do.
Ñu la min jara sa ñone bi.
La min jara bi me kamo sunte.
To ñolo lu ngeen ko ko sunte.
Sometimes.
Le sambalo kontonna.
Abarkabade.
Mune Bakary Keba di control.
Ababaka Bakary.
Mama atel men nata je ay men rola ko mo ko di. Atel de mama atel. Ha, ne ma rola ko mo be de. Ye momo na ngi sango luwa ko. Ha. Mama te mo ke ko ko. Ha, ndele nga ko. Yo ko di kadi ko ade do le fata. Do bi ya mo fata. Nta ko nan roy ko momo ni men isango luwa ko.
Ha, Bakary wala fota kay.
Okay. Ami ko kilimbe ni ko kilimbe na ni le gala je.
Ha.
Ibo na ko ala solle. Kay ila papier rola. Toni na ko ala son ko le betende na man ko de rola ila tay kay le pa de ba. Na me wonne ko man ni de mo.
Ha.
Toni ka ta ka puri de muruna ide tay bi ta le fa de ba. Toni wonde betende na.
Okay.
Kibe ni ngana wala ha.
Iyo.
Ka mi je ngana je wala ngirdi ko Satio ka bonu modella mon fana ka bonu modella idol fana be mo ni no na ndam may MPP la ci ndam be la fring ba ko be na ma bo le kala ba ndanga ñoo mi ni ndena kamben be na kara MPP do ba fara ko hani ndam tar je ba ndanga ngani o mo ni na ngani o
wo
ka mo ni mo be na MPP
Bakary
be na kara ko da baro ko
Bakary
Mada mai ada 22,000 bondi la joto. Tawo ko di della jomu jelle. Ni o bondi la joto jelle ko la jekadu. Doni ni yeyi ki jelle ni ko de ni police ni mo ko demol. Ko na be nyaati. Dan ko ni ndaw ni be o da to na be nyaati.
Bakary.
O ni be ko. Ako ko ni be han sa ta jo an ba di ata ni be no momo. Ki della do ko do wo. Ka ko ka radio jo ya tele ka radio fiata. Makare ka fu makare kala. Bakar ko ta ni ko ndi ko ta la joto sa jelle ba tulake atula jamu jelle to Boy Bakary Bakary. Abarka.
Abarga 2500947 2500947 ngani kolota. Hello.
Hello, brother.
Naam.
Alhamdulillah, nakatulati.
Jere. Jallo.
Jallo mum la no birkam.
Jallo wani sa radio bi.
Aba mara mo waji ko. Ba ngeen nuyu honorable Bakary Badjie. Digo wani rek ñu koy déglu bu baax a baax ñu koy déglu ak quelqu'un. Comme ñu koy expliqué ne ñu ko waxee rek waaye honorable Bakary Badjie ñun luñ koy wax mooy. Gis nga réew mi bu fekkee ne moom sax bu fekkee moom moo ko am. lu mu bëgg a def ci réew mi bu fekkee ne doomi réew mi taxawuñ pour jàppale ko. du mun a antu de. waaw booy wax tamit il faut nga inclure doomi réew mi il faut nga wax leen ne ñu jàppale nguur gi tamit loolu tamit lu am solo. waaw président yi loolu kanam moom kenn rek du ko mën a def de il faut doomi réew yi tamit jóg de.